Once again, we are here today because of the lack of respect towards the taxpayers of Tallahassee. The thing that amazes me is the reoccurring phrase that we didn't know, and now that the taxpayers know, we won't do it anymore, like the deferred ripoff. John, you made a comment that I think it's probably better for me if I use my own charge cards and approve to avoid any potential conflict. Tell me, would you have made that comment had we not uncovered this? You people up here on this commission think like this is a business that makes a profit and can afford to go and take clients to lunch and buy its workers dinner. Well, let me inform you, all of you, there is nothing you do that creates a profit. Because you are not a business. You are a branch of government that has the mentality that you are a business. Every dollar you spend comes from someone else. You did nothing to earn it. All I can say is like before, term limits, term limits, term limits. Oh, and by the way, if you don't get reelected, I hope you all have enough to defend yourself on the ethics charges when we uncover everything you all have done. And Gil, you've only had one of these cards for 7 months, and you've already spent $2,550. To me, that's a disgrace. And we're not questioning the guy's ethics. We're questioning your ethics. You are the one who signed a receipt for the meal. He did not. And if you want to have a meeting with him, we supply you with an office to use it. This is a tyrannical government up here, and it is time for a change, and it's coming. You can sit there and smile, John. I don't care. It's coming, and it's all going to be here in November. And Debbie, goodbye, good luck, and good riddance. You should have never been up here for over 20 years.
Came here tonight to speak to you about the various fiscal misadventures that have come to the attention of the taxpayers recently, such as your special compensation arrangements, the unusual and special retirement plans, and now this notorious credit card use. My guess is there's more to come, but that's all we know at this time. I'm not sure, though, why I'm here. I don't come down much anymore because my comments seem not to have much influence on you, and I expect that to be the case tonight. In your own mind, what you have done is right. You feel justified and confident in your actions. Otherwise, you would not have done or condoned these actions. A few people think otherwise, but there's no evidence that there are very many. Consider this. The Tallahassee Democrat has a paid Sunday subscription of about 60,000 people, and probably each edition gets read by more than one person. The city of Tallahassee has a couple 100,000 people eligible to vote, and over 100,000 are registered to vote. In the last election, maybe it was a little unusual, but not too much, 85% of that number did vote. In addition, Tallahassee boasts one of the highest levels of education among its citizenry as most any city anywhere. What I'm saying is that we have a high rate of registered voters. They vote in large numbers, and they are informed. And if you correlate intelligence with high levels of education, which ain't necessarily so, they are intelligent. And they're not here. They're not here. That suggests to me that they approve of your actions, certainly must not disapprove of them. They were at the polls, and except for Gil, they elected you. So they must believe you will act in their best interest. So what do I conclude? Everybody's out of step but me. My ethic, like my bones, is old and out of date. You, meanwhile, are doing what you think is right, and the majority of our citizens agree, or act as if they agree, or don't care. Therefore, you would be foolish to change your ways. There is much more money to be had, and you should go for it. Thank you.
I first want to thank everybody here for your service to this community. I know you guys have a tough job of trying to act in the best interest of the citizens of Tallahassee, and I want to thank you for what you do. I'm coming to you tonight to offer a little bit of advice. I was reading through some poll results a couple of weeks ago. Most of the answers to the poll questions weren't surprising. You had, Republicans on one side lining up with traditional Republican issues, and you had Democrats on the other side kind of lining up with traditional Democrat issues. What was interesting, and where the people of the country seemed to come completely together, with 80% of respondents showing a favorable response, is in the area of fiscal responsibility. From a national standpoint, just like our mom and dads taught us, if we spend more than we make and we do it long term, we're going to get ourselves into trouble. Likewise, if we spend above our means, it's just not a good idea. There's great freedom in simplicity. There's a big scandal going on right now with the credit cards that just recently came to light, and I know you guys have expenses that have to be paid. I am just Joe taxpayer, and I'm probably used to a much lower standard of living than most of you. But you got to understand that local people are going to be disappointed when they find out that we as taxpayers are paying for $500 a night hotel rooms out of the city budget that's going on in the midst of a recession. $500 a night. I have no idea what a $500 a night hotel room would look like. I've never spent over $150 for a hotel room in my life. That includes my anniversary. My wife is a lucky woman, but anyway. And I don't know, my intent is not to come down here and attack anybody. I don't want to do that. I just want to point out, and you guys need to be very aware, that there's a huge disconnect whenever you say, we have to make cuts to the budget. We're watching every penny we spend. We don't waste $1 of taxpayer money here at the city of Tallahassee. And then you go spend $500 on a hotel room. Does that make sense? Can you kind of follow the logic there? Always remember, leadership starts at the top. The people under you will do whatever it is you do. You guys are the ones who set the ball in motion, and it's so important for you to set a good example. If there's money for $500 hotel rooms, there's going to be money for other stuff. So, again, like Mom and Dad said, there's freedom and simplicity. Next time, I hope you'll find a Hampton Inn and stay there instead.